Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Muckluck Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host Muckluck, and we are back in Dungeons 4. I believe this was the save file we left off. I overslept a little bit. My wife was luckily paying attention enough that she woke me up. She's like, I think you're oversleeping by mistake. I was like, you're right, crap. So barely made it in time. Alright, so let's see. This was the mission that we left off. What's our objective? Destroy Hero's Gorge, find the hidden dungeon gate in the dungeon, capture the magic tower, and build a chamber of relaxation. So we need to make some space for that. We need some space for that. Let's see, we've got Gobbler Farm, we got the mana place, we got the store evil place, we got a treasury. This is the room for making boxes. Can we make another one of those? Let's make another one of those. Kind of miss Beard Muck, to be honest. On some days, I do as well. On some days, I do as well. Maybe we'll bring him back someday. Let's go that way. And what is that objective? Is that the magic tower? Start digging that way. What do I have in terms of fighting units? 3 imps. That's it. We have 3 imps. Alright. And what can we make on... Let's see, I'm trying to remember the hotkeys. For anyone watching this on YouTube later, this is the 2nd day I've played this. Let's see. Succubus. Already done. Not only charm their enemies and doubt, can also use magic missiles to take them out. Magic missiles, okay. And where's the, let's see, expert spells, chamber of relaxation requires more faction research. Okay. It's got a rubber duck, alright. Alright, so we've researched that. And, let's see, escape. V is research, M is army, N is creatures, T is traps and doors, R is construction. Alright, there's the Chamber of Relaxation. Level 5 demons and above could satisfy the need for relaxation in the chamber. The pool is filled with mana, which little snots bring from the Arcanum. The demons consume a part of the mana while satisfying their need. Okay. I love Dungeon Keeper. I wish I could say the same about Dungeons.
The chilled evil had built a chamber of relaxation for its demons. From then on, they could relax and enjoy a cozy mana bath.
I never got around to playing Dungeon Keeper in my day. I did, however, play quite a bit of Dungeons 2 and 3 and loved them. So this is the 3rd game in the series I've played. I never played Dungeons 4. Or I never played Dungeons 1, and Dungeons 4 just came out. That's what I'm trying to say. There we go. It's got some mana. There's cold coins in the mana bath.
The digging evil's activities had not gone unnoticed. Heroes would soon set out to destroy the dungeon heart.
Let's expand the treasury so we've got more room to hold money. We are going to need more units. Let's see. Can we make a graveyard? Those are my favorite ones. Let's start like that for now. See what we can do. Does this game let you take control of units like old stuff? Yes, and when you're in the dungeon...
Rumor had it that some dwarves had captured a few succubi because of gambling debts or something of the sort.
Gambling debts or something.
Gambling debts, schmambling debts. We'll get them out of there, hire them, and then let them do the dirty work for us.
Yes. When you're in the overworld, TK, you can control all the units individually, like a true RTS. When you're down here, you can pick them up with the giant floating hand, and you can, like, move them to another location and drop them, but they're largely AI-driven in the dungeon.
Your enemies are in the dungeon.
Great. Need more troops. Let's see. Is it not going to make... Okay, there it is. There's the grave for the Banshee. That's what I was confused about. Alright, so we got some troops coming. Alright, so for this... Let's see. Here we go. Alright, pick him up. Do a tiny bit of micro here. Pick him up, throw him back in the back further. Pick this imp up, throw him back further.
Here's another month of Prime money for our favorite international internet superstar celebrity sensation. Much better than salt and pepper chicken.
That is a lot of references. Thank you, Faba. I appreciate that greatly. Welcome. Do I have the ability for the snots to dig through that yet? Not yet, I don't. Need more money. Let's see. Let's double how much gold we can hold per tile so they don't have to move as far to pile it up. Alright, I'm partial to the undead units in this game. You can have undead demons or horde. Horde are, you know, flesh and blood. They do have some casters that can heal during combat. The demons are flesh and blood, but when they're out of combat, they can rapidly heal to full, but not during a fight. And during, if they die, if you have this room, you can bring them back before they rot to death, they decompose. Undead, as long as you have a graveyard, they come back to life. So they are the weakest, but safest. They will keep coming back. I'm using this to see exactly where I can dig. Alright, so if I do that,
it's payday.
And then if I collapse in that, if I do that, then any enemies from here will have to go all the way around the map to there. My snots found what? Oh, great. I think the Banshees are gonna die standing in the lava.
Talia! I just made myself a delicious Valerian tea. And maybe you'd like to join me, and we can just talk everything over.
You know damn well that Valerian makes me break out in a rash, you nasty, hypocritical...
What's this game about? The short version is you are a evil force and you are in a dungeon and you are building up your forces to take over the world.
Hey, look, it's the Tree of Birds. How are you today?
Hello, Bird Tree. Welcome. And, excuse me. When you're underground, you're building up forces. But when you go up into the surface world, it's like an RTS.
As if that were not disturbing enough, they also became more powerful or even reproduced in the process. It made sense to secure the Arcanium world. One manivore had eaten so much mana that it had evolved into a large, much stronger manivore.
Crap.
Stupid manivores. Can't they eat some other evil underground ruler's mana? Like that Oberon, for example?
We have got attacks coming from multiple directions right now. That is not great. Alright, so I just grabbed all my combat units and moved them here.
Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
Just doing a little bit of micro. It's like a very old version of Blink Stalkers. This is not going great.
I'll be back.
Having these two forces attack from two different directions at the same time is really bad.
Your throne room is under attack.
Yeah. There's not a lot I can do about that right now. I might be dead.
Your throne room is under attack.
Yeah, I don't have any spells or any. Dude, these fire elementals too tough.
Talia is blasting
The
up.
pitiful evil had
Crap.
failed to protect its dungeon heart.
All right. Let's see. Reload. Is there? Okay, so I guess I need to get a bigger army before I dig more tunnels because of the fire things. I was not expecting to trigger more attacks by expanding underground in this one, but that's exactly what happened. Wait, what? Oh, what the hell? Shoot. Okay, so the save file I loaded to was when I fought the first batch of human attackers. And I did not realize that they were still here, and Talia got killed, like, instantly. Are they in here right now? I did not even see what killed her. Alright, that expansion's going. Alright, this is before I made the graveyard. So let's get that back in the queue. And this is before I made the Chamber of Relaxation, so I need to rebuild that. Alright, so graveyard. Level 1 graveyard and Banshee attack unlocked. Hey Muck, hope you're good. Do you know how the cool part of this game works? Do I know how the cool part of the game works? Boston, not sure specifically what you're talking about, but I do know the general gameplay of the game. Arch Asmaveth, thank you. Welcome. Okay, and research, Chamber of Relaxation, and now I'm completely out of mana. There's that. Let's expand the treasury. Workers gotta level up? I wonder what that does for them. More hit points, faster mining speed? Not sure.
The Chilled Evil had built a chamber of relaxation for its demons. From then on, they could relax and enjoy a cozy mana bath.
Get some banshees. The multiplayer part, Steam Master seems as well. Oh, gotcha.
Heroes would soon set out to destroy the dungeon heart. Rumor had it that some dwarves had captured a few succubi because of gambling debts or something of the sort.
Gambling debts, schmambling debts.
supposed to
We'll
get to
get them out
those?
of there, hire them, and then let them do the dirty work for us.
Oh, the first attack's coming from the different direction
Enemies
this time.
have entered the dungeon.
A quick save. Let's see, unlock succubus. How much does it cost to train one? 666. Ranged fighter, medium range, can briefly beguile opponents and
The
turn them to your
first
side.
succubus joined the ever-expanding evil's army. These infernal demonesses were able to charm opponents and sway them to their side for a short time. Very helpful indeed.
Yeah, having a few mind controls thrown around in the fight is extremely helpful. That was great. That went way better. So yeah, I'll keep using the Banshees for the frontliners because if they die, it's not a big deal. And then try to get more demons to the back line. Geeka says nothing compares to the Dungeon Keeper series. You're not the first to say that. I never played Dungeon Keeper. I played Dungeons 2 and Dungeons 3. I loved them. And so this is the latest installment in that series. But I believe Dungeons 1 was basically heavily inspired by Dungeon Keeper. I am not sure how, because the red is you can't dig through that. So I'm not sure how to get to that. I might have to go through the overworld. Would like to merge the pathways that they're coming from and set up a bunch of traps.
Oh my god,
and
Jet,
stuff,
it's
'cause I haven't had the
rave
chance
time!
yet. What's up, Seth? Let's see, basic spells is 200 evil. Alright, gonna quick save. Grab the army. And step outside. Let's go to the nearest thing we can find here. Oh, you can even hit them while they're mind controlled and they won't fight back if they're the last ones.
And take those foul fiends under fire!
Tristan's men used the magic tower against the indignant evil's armies. If the tower were not captured, any ventures on the overworld would prove extremely unpleasant.
Is that the tower?
Hey,
Ow.
what the hell? Unheard of, firing at us here.
Talia and the surprised evil's army were taken under fire by the magic tower. The absent evil's creatures will get no rest there until it had been captured.
Ha! Never! Reload, men!
They have to reload a magic tower. Alright, let's see. Our gold is full. What can we spend that on? Alright, they're taking that out. Hello, Mocha Chat. Happy Friday. Hey, guys. How you doing?
Talia, you beast! Stop tormenting those poor villagers! Pick on someone your own size!
Says the guy hiding behind the giant magic shield.
see. All right. Do I have to walk over it? Oh, I guess in the overworld you have to pick it up. I thought it was automatic. Alright. Grab all that. Do I have enough room in the store? Yeah, I do. Okay.
Your enemies are in the dungeon.
Alright. Teleport back home. We're gonna eventually cave that in. We'll wait till they get closer to the middle. Are the Banshees brought back to life yet? Yeah, they are. What is the button? There we go.
The mana-hoarding evil's little snots had unearthed the Manivore. These beings were known for consuming mana. As if that were not disturbing enough, they also became more powerful or even reproduced in the process. It made sense to secure the Arcanium world.
Alright, let's try to fight these Manivores. Move Loca Inferna to the back. Alright, Manivore's gone, and that's caved in now, so now any attacks from the right side will come all the way through and around and come over here to this middle path. Add doors there to increase efficiency. Morning, everyone. Hey, Brody. Where is B? Okay. Oh, at level 3 they can quarry stone, at level 5 they can quarry gray stone. I'm guessing gray stone is the, that. So I'm guessing yellow is stone and red is gray stone? I'm not sure. We'll find out, so I guess I'll keep researching that. We might end up needing more gobblers. The undead don't need them, but the demons do.
Hey, Dave.
Man, it's a pleasure to meet you. What's up, Shy?
Had discovered some dwarves who had made themselves comfortable in the dungeon.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, they were blocking the way to the magic tower.
Those pint-sized creeps really have to hang around everywhere in the underground. One of those basil trogs wanders into their kingdom one day and drives them off, and suddenly they're everywhere. And all because they wanted to dig up some mithril for their elf friends or something like that. Whatever. Hurt them, eat them, make little clay basil trogs and bash them with those.
This is, not going great. Ah, dang it.
I'll be back.
Your
We took quite a
enemies are in
bit,
the
quite a
dungeon.
few hits here.
The towerless evil still did not have the magic tower under its control.
Working on it.
Mentally slapping its forehead, it set out to change this.
Oh man, these guys are hitting the door, but the splash damage is hitting the stuff behind it. Okay, those are done. Putting some traps down in this hallway.
Your gold vein is nearly exhausted.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to find another one. Okay, let's see, quick save. We won both those fights. Alright, letting the troops heal up right now. Still not found another vein yet. One of the Banshees died, but that's okay. The graveyard is still intact. I'm like, hey, Jackals! Them back. We've cleared out a few rooms of the dwarves. We can expand that room a bit. And some doors there. Did I see a little snot dragging a dwarf away? Yeah, they will drag the dead heroes to the graveyard to rot there. And you, what were the benefits of that? I think the undead can turn them into minions sometimes? Dead heroes will be stored here as well and can be used to heal undead. That's what it is. So when heroes decompose here, it heals your undead units. Expand that. Where's the research tree? There it is. We need 250 evil for the next thing. Alright, everyone's mostly full.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
There's a vein that we can mine once we clear this stuff out. What enemies? Right there. Alright. How much do you have in basic spells? 200 evil. Evilness is constantly the thing that I'm hurting for. Never enough evilness. Alright. Got another source of income right under the dwarf's noses. Tap quick save. Made some progress here. Heroes are about to hit the trap hallway. Make sure no one important is going to get killed. I'll pick them up if they are. Can't you slap your minions to generate evil? Slapping minions just makes them work faster, I think. It does damage to them, but makes them work faster. If you slap, I think it's gobblers. It kills them, and it generates, like, a couple of evil. Yeah, you see there's a teeny tiny bit of evil there. See, we're at 154. Let's see what we're at when he takes this to storage. 155. Yeah, you get one evil. You get one single evil for that. Almost cleared these dwarves out. Oh, I thought the demons only healed out of combat. That's right, they heal when they're not getting hit. So they can be fighting, and if they're in the back and shooting, but they're not getting hit, then they will heal up.
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
Research. 250 for that. Demons sound very convenient, low maintenance. Every side has its strengths and weaknesses for sure. The horde things have to eat, and they can be healed during battle, so they're the only ones that you can do like a ton of healing in the middle of a fight. The demon ones you can't really heal during a fight. They do need to eat. And they also need to relax at these mana baths. However, if they die, if you have enough of this room, you can bring them back to life, and they heal outside of combat without a healer. And the undead will flat out come back to life after they die. So the undead are the ones that are the least risk. You know, weakest unit, but they'll keep coming back. So I like using them as frontliners.
Happy belated M2K.
Thank you.
Enemies are in the dungeon.
Appreciate that.
You have unearthed
No
a new
stranded today?
area in the dungeon.
Still gotta decide what we're gonna do this morning. Perk potion. This creature drops a random resource on death. So we finished the Stranded Insane playthrough of, what is it called? The Guardians campaign, where you were trying to, get Hope leveled up. We finished that one, and I discussed possibly starting a campaign for the trading scenario, because I've never done that. Maybe do that on Insane, because Stranded was just such a big hit. But yeah, gotta spend some time midday today looking over game options. Both snots can now quarry stone.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Again? Oh, they're coming from that new entrance. Alright. Let's see. Make more of those. Target them on this new attacking force. And this, I'm not sure how to get to this marker. Morning, everyone. Morning, Brody. Just gonna manually throw them here just so they get to the healing stuff faster. We're gonna expand the graveyard. Oh, I still need to make the blight thing. The temple. That's right. The undead will summon minions if they have a temple. So I need to make them one. It's really, really good. I should have done this earlier. I think evilness was the problem then. Alright, so... This is like an elevator, right? What if I drop things there, and that puts us here? Alright.
It's payday.
So we've got a new entrance to the overworld now. Checking the key bindings. Give me just a sec. F. That's what I needed. I was looking for the attack command. Like attack to location instead of move to
The
location.
horrific evil had destroyed one of the villages surrounding Hero's Gorge. Tristan did not seem pleased.
Talia, you barbaric monster! Those honest villagers didn't do anything to you. I will soon capture you again and put you on trial.
Thanks, but one road trip in the cage with you was really more than enough. Oh, dear.
Alright. Temple. Have you recovered from your stream marathon? Yeah, I'm doing alright, Torb. I'm doing okay.
Your enemies are in the dungeon.
There goes another village up in flames, while my stepbrother hides under the table. Like that time at Vladimir's birthday.
You promised to never speak of that! Never!
Oh god. Let's fill that back in. Faction research too low. Yeah, the morning after the huge stream, I took the which was yesterday morning. I took that morning off and didn't do a stream then. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of fun, but it was a lot also. Trying to be entertaining for 15 hours in a row.
Book bar Gork.
What? I think those are supposed to be turkey noises. Thank you, Eisen. Alright, that's done. Here comes
Enemies
more.
have entered the dungeon.
I'll let the troops heal for a little bit.
One manivore had eaten so much mana that it had evolved into a large, much stronger manivore.
Stupid manivores. Can't they eat some other evil underground ruler's mana? Like that Oberon, for example.
Is that the guy from Stanley Parable? Yes, it is. Same narrator. But Talia, the character in the game, can hear the narrator and they fight a lot. It's like, it's stupid cheesy comedy. Oh, there's the Manivore. I thought the Manivores would just go for this room because this is where the mana's stored, but no. They did not. I'm still confused on how to do this optional objective. There's succubi here, and it says free the succubi. But I can't dig into that area, so I'm just not sure how to get there. Let's try that and see what happens. Portal sounding, maybe. Let's just try digging almost there. Maybe it'll reveal something. gonna cave that in, so all the paths will lead here.
A new
where the
area
traps
has
are.
been unearthed in the dungeon.
More manivores. Did the overworld? Possibly.
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
Another group coming.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
There. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I just had to dig toward it, and then it was gonna get revealed. Only the banshees are low, that's fine. Oh, there's another vein there.
A cage was destroyed and creatures were freed.
But it's such that you could only mine it from one side.
The liberating evil had freed the succubi from their predicament. They gratefully joined its army.
Oh no! That's not good. The banshees, if they die right now, won't come back because these guys just destroyed their tombs in the graveyard, so I just picked them up and pulled them back. One of them still got killed because I didn't realize there was a scroll bar. I don't know if we'll get it back in time. Let's see, we're 13 out of 16.
Your army has just decreased in size
Dang.
due to deaths.
Struggling with the menu sometimes. I need to build a door here. The heroes can just pick up gold and basically take it, then that gold is gone. So the fact that they're coming in through this entrance and then coming over to this vein and just immediately picking up the gold is a problem. When's the weapon live stream? November 27th, so 10 days from now.
Ding dong, it's payday.
Yeah, those little ghost things behind the Banshee, those are their summons, and they'll do that as long as they've got Blight, which is from this building. Capture the magic tower. Is that this? That way, okay. Picked up this game because I'm watching you play it. Thanks, I'm dying laughing. Hope you enjoyed as much as I have. If you do enjoy this game and you've never played the other ones, Dungeons 2 and 3 and 4 are kind of the same story. Dungeons 1 is like a whole separate thing. I never played Dungeons 1. My understanding from reading about it is Dungeons 1 was their, the company's first try at doing a game like this. And it didn't go great, and they learned a lot, but then 2, 3, and 4 is kind of where they kind of found their thing. Got some evil from destroying that statue. Oh, nice. The heroes came in from here, and my path led them to the fire elemental thing, and now they're fighting the fire elementals.
Talia, you beast! Stop tormenting those poor villagers! Pick on someone your own size!
Says the guy hiding behind the giant magic shield.
Never played a, let's see, Cindralin says, I've never played a Dungeons game where invaders smart and know where your core is, or they have to explore. They come in through an entrance, like this, for example, will connect to, like, one of these passages in the overworld. They come in, and they start going for their core in kind of a straight line. But, like, for example, right here, I walled this off. So now the path to the core passes through this lava area, and now they're fighting a third party. So you can like manipulate the tunnels a bit, so they have to go through a bunch of traps and things like that if you want to, which you do want to. So they're a little smart, but not that smart. We're losing quite a few troops right now. Alright, we killed a lot. Hopefully, I should expand this. This is the room that brings back demons that were killed. And you want to bring back your troops when possible because they have XP bars. So now it's a matter of can I bring these back before they die? The undead ones, as long as they have a tombstone in the graveyard, they'll come back. The demons, you've got to do this portal ritual thing. And then horde units, except in the super, super late game, they're just gone.
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
Alright, so now we can bring back 4 at a time. small enemies there. Okay, I didn't see another one get in queue, so I think this is the last of them.
There are enemies in your dungeon. A gold vein has been mined out.
Alright, so cool. Fortunately, was able to save all of them, so no permanent losses. And can grab all the troops and head out again. Could try to destroy the lava nest to stop that spawning lava elementals, but it's a nice distraction for the attacking heroes that come from that passage.
A blank expression. Had it forgotten something? As a matter of fact, it had still not captured the magic tower.
I'm working on it.
It quickly set about changing that.
I didn't forget. I'm working on it. Alright, finally got to one of the main objectives.
The conquering evil had taken the magic tower. With a few skillful tweaks, this was converted into a powerful weapon, capable of taking areas of the map under fire.
Just what I need. With this, we'll destroy Balderon. I mean, Hero's Gorge, of course. Go ahead, lock and load, and then we'll throw some pies at them.
After you...
I see the fear in your eyes.
He's doing the same speech again.
If we do not do something, the shield will eventually collapse. Fortunately, the time has not yet come to despair, for there is a solution. Mana shipments!
It seems that Tristan had not been dropped on his head as a baby, as some people claim to be the case with his stepsister.
Hey!
And so he ensured that, in the future, mana would be shipped overland to the shield.
Onwards, comrades! Clear the way for the first shipment!
What? What a jerk! Forward, creatures! Stop them! Tear them apart! Smash them! Cut them apart with paper, so it really hurts.
How do I use... Oh, there's a button in the top right.
The shooting evil aimed the magic tower's cannon at a target.
Let's see. Use the magic tower to kill 60 heroes is a thing. Oh man, it is a long cooldown. So where's the shipments? Oh, there they are. Let's see. Okay, hang on. Let's use this. Pour back. Take out the guys attacking us in the dungeon.
Payday!
Good morning, Mr. Mo. Hi, Samuel. gonna make it in time? We're gonna try. I shouldn't have used that first cannon shot on nothing. Okay, the shipment stopped. We're good. Vampire Queens. Vampire Queens, when they are attacking, they will heal nearby undead.
Tristan saw a danger emerging as mana became scarce in Hero's Gorge. From now on, 2 shipments set out. The nefarious evil had stopped a mana shipment. Instead of strengthening the shield, it would now be stored in the dungeon instead.
Ah, that's the way I like it. That's exactly how it's supposed to go.
Men! Even though we have suffered heavy losses, all is not lost. The shield is holding, and rescue is at hand.
Enemies are in the dungeon.
So I think I need to save the death ray to take out one of the shipments, and then I take out the other one.
Two mana shipments set out to refill the shield at Hero's Gorge. The magic tower was able to fire again.
Heroes in the dungeon.
The destructive evil's creatures
Wow, one shot.
destroyed a mana shipment.
I wasn't sure if
A
it would
mana
take out the whole
shipment
shipment
was
on its own.
destroyed.
Men! Even though we have suffered heavy losses, all is not lost. The shield is holding, and rescue is at hand.
No, get over there. Stop them. A couple of the imps just died. We're okay though.
Oh, my desperate brother sent out 2 mana shipments at once. What a loser.
Forgot how fun the names were. What do we
Tristan
got?
had now fully perceived the threat Talia and the transport intercepting evil's army posed. From now on, 3 shipments would set out.
Carlageddon, Rowena von Bloodglocker, Danielle Den Undead, Hepburn, Loka Inferna, Freya Jane Zafira Salem Calypso Suki Glinda.
Payday!
New title for Pistol Ellie, Bloodglocker. That reminds me, in, I don't know, like an hour, we should get the next Guild Wars 2, I don't know, either Necro Swords or Guardian Pistols preview.
One of the mana shipments met its inglorious end at the hands of absolute evil.
Increasing how much of everything we can stack.
The Magic Tower's cannon was ready for action.
These mana shipments are easier to destroy than butter. Well, okay, destroying a pound of butter just like that is pretty difficult too, because you get sick pretty quickly and, oh, whatever, just break more stuff.
Men! Even though we have suffered heavy losses, all is not lost. The shield is holding, and rescue is at hand.
We've got a really solid army right now. Heroes killed in the overworld will now be teleported to your graveyard in the underworld. We just got. Let's see. Use the magic tower to kill 60 heroes. I'm trying.
3 mana shipments hurriedly made their way to Heroes' Gorge.
Three mana shipments. I am not going to... So they're all going there. I'm not gonna have the cannon in time, I don't think.
The destructive evil's creatures destroyed a mana shipment.
Let's try to go here, because it looks like the 2 shipments are coming to this spot, and
The
try
mana
to
shield
intercept
had
them
been
there.
destroyed. Heroes' Gorge now lay defenseless before the devastating evil's army.
Finally! Come on, creatures, finish them off! Knock them out! Throw wax crayons at them!
Oddly specific. The little twang in the music makes me think of Grim Dawn, and they're getting another big update soon, if not now. For anyone who's not familiar with it, it's an ARPG, and that was the biggest game I streamed before Guild Wars 2. The Grim Dawn update was yesterday. Oh, nice, 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 nice.
The Magic Tower was once again available.
Might have to consider that for tonight. That's not the mana shipment, is it? That's not the mana shipment, is it? They're not carrying mana, it looks like. I think it is. I'm paranoid.
The aiming evil prepared the magic tower
Oh, it
to
killed the
take
tower, too.
something under fire.
Destroy Heroes Gorge. Alright, so if I want this last achievement, I need to drag this out until the magic tower has killed 60 heroes. Can I see how many it's already killed?
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
I wonder if there's gonna be more mana shipments, though. Let's portal back. And just throw my troops right in front of the enemy. Alright. Let them rest for a little bit. Can I make the arena? That would cost a lot. Try. I can only make it a level 1. Level 1 arena can only be used by horde troops. The vampire queens have like special coffins. Did I already make all the doors for the efficiency? No, I didn't. Rooms get a bonus if they're enclosed in walls and doors. Tower's ready, huh?
There goes another village up in flames, while my stepbrother hides under the table. Like that time at Vladimir's birthday.
You promised to never speak of that! Never!
What is going on here? I think I hit the wrong button earlier. I was trying to fill in this room, not make it a weird shaped vault. Look, when you get to kill Elf Boy. Actually, killing him has been like the mission objective the entire campaign. He just keeps getting away. The story's funny, but it's pretty shallow. It's Elf Boy's annoying, chase him down. There was even a Thanos gauntlet earlier. There was one bit that involved a city called Strathholm, and they were pretty clearly making fun of Strathholm from Warcraft. The guy's given a few inspiring speeches that were clearly ripped from Lord of the Rings. Alright, just kind of chilling right now, letting the cannon recharge to try to get up more kills for that last achievement for this mission. I don't think there's going to be any more of those shipments. More gold.
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
Just do this for... Oh, there we go. That's a node, a mining node. I guess the humans that kept attacking me eventually destroyed the lava monster nest. Just threw their broken bodies at it until it was no longer a problem.
What we need is a few good taters. Potato.
Hey, Benji.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a
Enemies
stew.
are in the dungeon. The magic tower was once again available. The magic tower firing evil chose a target.
Oh, there we go. 60 kills. Alright.
Your little snots have dug into a spider nest.
Oh, whoops. Where? Get the spiders. Alright, there's new income. Alright, let's start going toward the final objective. Let's go here. The last blast I fired took out these two cannon towers, so it'd be easiest to attack from this angle. What do you like about this game? I don't know, I just find it enjoyable. Like, you know, carving out a dungeon, making like traps and mazes for the heroes, the little RTS elements on the surface. It's got some cheesy humor too. I don't know, just in a word, it's fun. Like, you know, in this one, heroes were coming through this tunnel at the beginning. I dug a new tunnel for them that went right past a lava elemental nest and then filled in the wall here. So the next time the heroes came in, they thought they had to go this way, and then they ended up fighting the lava elementals, and I made two of my enemies kill each other. It was very satisfying. Seems kind of like tower defense base building. In the underworld, in the dungeon, you are absolutely doing defense. And then once you get strong enough, you go into the overworld and you do offense. Are you able to bring back the elementals? No, they were like a neutral enemy, kind of like the spider's nest I just killed, Jackals. It's kind of like I made the enemy fight creeps. Bat swarm. Ooh, I am taking a lot of damage.
Men, the final battle lies before us. They may have destroyed our magic shield,
Tempest.
but our courage and determination is stronger than ever. Follow me into battle.
Summon
and let us
tentacles.
destroy this brood once.
The magic tower was able to fire again.
Oh, good timing.
The aiming evil prepared the magic tower to take something under fire.
We need to get out.
It's payday.
We gotta recover. That hurt a lot. Alright, so some of the undead died, they were respawning, and same with the demons. Okay, this room's large enough now to bring back 6 demons at a time. Wait a minute, this ain't Warhammer 40k Age of Vermintide. That's not even a game. You are correct. It's not that. Oh, hello. Found a cross-shaped gold vein here. One is still respawning. Checking on the gobblers, I was worried we might be low, but I think we're okay.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Doing okay. Good evening, Buck. Hey,
The
Weora.
magic tower's cannon was ready for action. A gold vein has been mined out.
Wait. I'm so stupid. I didn't realize you could just use the cannon to one-shot the objective and win.
Little warm up. Oh, by the way, did you manage to kill Tristan?
I was
too?
way overcomplicating
Is he
things.
lying around here somewhere?
Talia test-speared several of the dead heroes, but there was no
I'm sorry, did we
sign
see
of
Talia
Tristan.
die there a second ago?
Apparently, Talia had failed to notice that the latter had already absconded some time ago.
That kind of spoils the joy of victory.
Yeah,
for
she's
me.
in the respawn animation
Got to
now.
admit.
Of course, this is only the 6th mission. It would probably be a bit too much to ask if the whole thing with Tristan was over now.
I could definitely drag out his demise, let me tell you. Believe me, I can be very creative.
She was full
But
health,
enough
too.
of that. It's time to finally get to that council of little snots, get a new vessel, and then finally finish off those heroes.
It's pretty wild that she was in range of a tower for a cutscene and died immediately.
ascent. Talia set out to reach the mountain summit to meet the venerable Council of Little Snots. But the inhospitable terrain was battered by raging storms and was home to stubborn dwarves.
Complete the ascent. Use dynamite to destroy 10 heroes. Expose no unit to the storm. Okay. Pick 3 researches. We've only got 3 to work with right now. Max faction level. The Sailor Moon Talia. Looks so weird. Let's try short hair.
Oi, you lazy gits! Why is that taking so long? Come on, get on
Rerunning levels? No, that was my first time playing that level.
so we can get that darn artifact thing out of the ground!
But the storm, milady queen. How are we supposed to work in this storm?
Call me lady. You can go on the doctor to certainly remove my boot from your arse! That little breeze ain't no storm, you candy asses! Besides, we're looking for that artifact so that it can protect you precious little cupcakes from the wind! Now, get a move on, bring that dynamite over here, and let's get the fireworks started!
While the dwarf queen was digging in the mountains, Talia had completed a portion of the climb to the summit.
What, pray tell, do you mean portion of the climb? I just did my cardio training for the next 3 years. Is it just me, or do I end up climbing some peak in every damn part of this series?
Important things seemed to have a penchant for hiding in remote places, and the Council of Little Snots was no exception. Talia had to reach the mountain peak. The Council of Little Snots could be found there. She would have to gain access to it via the Twisted Cave system. For this reason, and of course because of the many heroes who kept appearing, it was imperative for her to build a dungeon here.
Okay, good idea. Then I can take a short breather. Okay, creatures, you're up. Dig tunnels, find dwarves, and pull out their beards.
As long as the storm rages on the overworld, all units on the overworld will receive damage. A special artifact could protect your subordinates. Oh, it starts me with horde critters. Okay. Alright, let's see. There's one entrance to where we are now. Gold. And do we have a room for gobblers already? Yes, we do.
I was just reading my Horde Exploitation for Experts handbook and came across something about a voodoo brew.
The Voodoo Brew was a shamanistic site for
snots.
the Horde. Little Snots could make potions there that could be used much like spells.
And I only hear about this now? Damn, I could have used that thing 5 missions ago. It probably could have been used to corrode my way out of that damn cage. Come on, you little snots. Build a voodoo brew. Slap some stuff together and...
And sell it as an energy drink, she was saying. I'm editing serious legal lectures, and for one section, the presenter connected with their anime VTuber software. Did they apologize and then fix it, or did they just embrace it? Like, oops, my bad. They're giving the speech.
Oi, lads! Looks like some trash has spread through my mountains. Time to clean house. Throw that garbage back into the valley.
Ugh, those repulsive goody two-shoes, goody dwarves. Oh, whatever. They have no chance against me and my creatures. Get them! Wipe them out! Wash their faces with soap! The paint fake mustaches on them.
Alright, Voodoo Brew Lounge. Where's that at? Here. Okay, so it looks like we already have it unlocked. Alright, so we'll get to figure out what that does soon.
Payday.
Our predictions are cross-platform, correct? What? No, they're not. That's the prediction tool that you're familiar with, Jackals, is a Twitch UI thing. That would not show up on YouTube. To do a cross-platform thing, we would need to do something like set up a straw poll, which is like a website, and then link it into both chats and say like, oh, click here, prefer, blah, 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 blah. Potions can be stored in the Voodoo Brew. Potions serve as hoard magic. Whenever a potion is used, it is completely consumed. Little Snots brew potions in Alchemist Cauldron set up in Voodoo Brew. The Snots decide which potion will be brewed.
Your enemies are in the dungeon.
Alright, F5. Alchemist Cauldron. Alright, so F5, and let's drop troops, and see if we can keep them all alive. So we have horde troops right now. Horde troops can be healed by the Nagas during combat, but one Naga can only heal one target at a time. This is not going well. Okay, let's reload. I'll wait till they get to the throne room. I don't really like that I'm getting forced to use like a horde army, but it is what it is.
A raging storm roared over the mountains. Whether heroes or creatures, they were all massively hindered by the strong winds. Perhaps this artifact the Dwarf Queen had spoken of really did exist.
Pretty damn coincidental that this artifact should be located somewhere around here, right where we need it.
Indeed, but the writers of this series have never been known for their excessive creativity.
True enough. Good for us, at any rate. If that thing is anywhere
Just insults the
here to be
writers.
found, I won't let a single little snot rest until it is dug up. I will, however, allow myself a little break in the meantime.
Oh my god, these Dwarven Stone Guards are so tough, it takes so long to kill. Dwarven Stone Guards are OP tanks. Okay, I saw an XP message. Some enemy just died there.
The voodoo brew had been built. Little Snots could now brew wonderful potions at an alchemist's cauldron there.
And we don't know what the potions are going to do. It said that they will pick what they make.
The storm passed and lost strength. Now was a good time to hit the overworld to earn some evilness there.
What now? But I just made myself a cocoa with unicorn marshmallows. I mean, absolutely true. That's what I thought. Forward, creatures! Out into the cold with you! Pillage, plunder, move trail markers! Ha 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 ha!
Unicorn marshmallow.
The first Horde potion bubbled happily away, waiting to be used by the potion-throwing evil.
Huh? Oh, here we go. Horde speed. Makes all of your creatures within range
Ding
faster.
dong, it's payday. The onrushing evil had applied Horde speed to its creatures so that they could run and attack the enemy even faster.
Oh, that's kinda
or
cool.
escape more quickly, whichever was needed.
So, okay, so whenever they make a potion, one of these gets lit up, chat. And whatever you get is just whatever they decide to make. Okay, I just got another speed one. Let's see. Upgrade the Snots. Upgrade Gold and Gobbler. How much we can fit in each square. I'm not sure if there's evilness for breaking this stuff, but that's what we're gonna say. Can I research doors and basic traps? At some point it's going to tell me that that storm is back again, and I'm going to need to hustle out of the way of that. Banshee's died, but she'll go back to the respawn. What is this? Healing potion. Heal all loyal creatures and little Snots, no effect on undead. Does this affect attack speed or just movement speed? It's both. Okay, cool.
A storm was soon brewing. Without the protection of an artifact, the shivering evil's creatures were sure to find it uncomfortable out there. A gold vein is almost exhausted.
Alright, out of there. Increase how much we stack evilness. Alright, what else can we do right now? Continue digging in that direction. Oh, we actually have different types of doors now that have a lot more hit points. That's cool. Now we'll just do that.
Once again, a thunderous storm hit the mountains.
There it is. Tap quick save because we got a lot done and got out of there in time. The potions mechanic is pretty cool. I think that's a nice addition to the game. Since we're mostly stuck with horde creatures right now, we should make an arena room. Actually, let's do it closer to the current stuff. Cancel that. This is where they go to eat and stuff. I should put it over here. Ship sightings, Muck. Sleep on the sofa, I think, in the other room.
It's payday.
Alright, fighting pit can gain experience. You retrain the arena, use your in a fighting pit. Creatures can also satisfy their need here without a fighting pit. Wait, what? So what does the fighting pit do? Horde creatures can train... Oh, the fighting pit lets you spend gold for more experience.
The storm had lost its strength.
So you have to spend gold. In Dungeons 3, I think that they would, you know, they would work out in the room. You would have, like, weights and stuff. They basically do, like, exercise. And then they would just gain XP every second they were doing it. Wait, did he say the storm had passed?
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
I think he did. Guardian it is. Dual pistols, Guardian, rain down bullets of justice. Alright, cool, thank you. I'll do a post on that later on. How long does this last? 2 minutes. Guard gets ranged Condi, let's go. All the ranged options were power, and the only Condi they had was from, like, Virtues before, right? Axe and torch, yeah. The way that the potions drop from the sky makes me think of Clash of Clans. That's how you cast spells in Clash of Clans. You just see like a potion bottle fall from the sky and then like a bunch of lightning hits or whatever.
The Blast Happy Evil's creatures had discovered a wagon full of dynamite. This could be used to clear weak rock formations out of the way.
Great! If Tristan was still here, I could tie him to the wagon, and then... never mind. Big explosions are fun just the way they are.
I believe there was a thing to kill, was it 10 heroes with dynamite? Oh god.
The Healing Evil had poured a healing potion on its creatures to wash away their bruises and boo-boos. Oh, isn't that nice?
Their bruises and boo-boos. Guardian drop? Yes. It was just linked to me a moment ago. Thank you. Destroy 10 heroes of the ascent. Done.
It's payday. The severely self-restricting evil only had access to healing potions. Further research allowed it to spur the production of even more powerful potions in the Voodoo Brew.
Unlock some new potions. Alright.
The researching evil now had access to basic potions. From now on, little snots would occasionally produce them too. Another storm was brewing.
Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Let's get out. Wait, did the storm hit? How long ago is this? 12:04. This is 90 seconds ago. All right. If you take any damage from the storm, you fail one of the achievements.
The researching evil now had access to basic potions. From now on, little snots would occasionally produce them too.
It didn't blow up. Whatever. Whatever. Chip! Stop! He was trying to eat cardboard, chat.
Once again, a thunderous storm.
God dang it. It's not giving me the warning like last time. The cats do that. They love shredded card. No, he's trying to eat cardboard, Jackals. Ingest it. I don't care how much he loves doing it. Yeah, I'm not letting him do it.
The researching evil now had access to basic potions. From now on, little snots would occasionally produce them too.
Mukluk chipatk mukluk chipatk.
Hi, Miss. Thank you. Okay, there. Quick save. We finished that group and got out before the storm hit us. Let's see. Fill that in.
Once again, a thunderous storm hit the mountains.
Can't get a temple yet.
The storm cost a hero his life.
Storm cost a hero his life. Can they dig through that? I don't know if that's considered stone or gray stone. Since they're not mining that, I'm guessing they can't yet. We also appear to be out of gold veins. So I need to explore and try to find more.
Your little snots have dug into a spider nest. The storm had lost its strength.
Okay, I think I can stop babysitting him. Looks like oh, there's another spider nest there. Hi. Yeah, they were starting to go aggro the next one. No, finish this one off first. Spent a lot of XP because these things spawned a lot of spiders. Let's see. Ooh, can I dig that? I think I just found some more gold veins. Oh, shoot.
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
Don't know if we're gonna make it in time. I just realized there's a caravan that's up ahead. God, it takes so long to kill this thing. Let's see if I can stop that. Make a treasury there. Oh god, what are we getting hit by? Yikes. I will try to deal with that after dealing with this. What is that? Crystal Golem. Destroy the good being for 750 evil. Brainwash causes creatures to forget their needs and rage in an instant.
You have lost a creature forever.
Oh no. Oh my god, I'm taking so much damage right now. Oh, is there a hotkey for these?
Another storm was brewing.
No! Oh, man. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Raged with immeasurable force. One of the heroes could no longer resist the cold.
Oh no. Okay, I have to reload. I tried to teleport out because of the storm, and Talia died right then. So Talia couldn't teleport, so my whole army was gonna die from the storm. So I had to reload, or I was gonna just lose everybody. Hi, Chip.
Once again, a thunderous storm hit the mountains.
me see. Demolish that.
A squad of heroes caught in the storm lost one of its members as they were driven mercilessly on through the
Orange Lion
tempest
deserves
by their
bets.
unsympathetic leader, who was obsessed with revenge. You've dug into a spider room.
Alright. He's getting some scritches.
A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon.
Let's see. Maybe we can get some hooks. Those are good range damage. Gotta kill this manivore because it's gonna keep eating my mana and getting larger.
The storm had lost its strength.
Storm lost its strength. Alright, quick save. Let's go to the surface. Intercept this caravan. Let's get... Can we get a few imps? We don't have enough money. I keep trying to do control groups, like control one and then, you know, select the next one and so on and so on. Doesn't work in those. It's not that bad, because you can press F2 to select all your combat units, but it sometimes throws me off. Like, I keep trying to hit it and it doesn't work. 5 minutes till next arm. Yeah, I see the timer up here. I'm seeing it now for the first time. Alright, bring them back. I got a bunch of evilness. Let's see. Like that. I think well, actually I'm like pretty much out of money. I need to let the snots dig up just to get some money. Shadow tentacles. Mainly just to clear out the guys with low HP, so because otherwise we spend so much time hitting their tanks.
Payday.
Upgrade the snots. I think they might can dig through the blue squares now. Yes, they can. Cool.
One of your creatures has died.
Horde troops. What? I don't know if that one got out alive or not. Odd. Okay, let's see. We're gonna make some imps. Imp. Already looking at this for 3 seconds, getting Dungeon Keeper vibes. Is this game the spiritual successor? Dungeons 1 was a game that...
I'll be back.
What? One sec. Dungeons 1 was a game that was heavily inspired by Dungeon Keeper. Dungeons 1 was honestly not received that well, is my understanding from reading about the launch. That was a long time ago. But Dungeons 2, they kind of hit their stride, and Dungeons 3 and 4, and 4 just came out, are definitely inspired by Dungeon Keeper, but different company. Expand the treasury. Good afternoon, my peepos. Hey, Smashy!
Sublime!
Oh, are my Banshees gone? God, I just keep losing troops right now. No more money.
Another storm was brewing.
For God's sakes. Alright, this is just a minute ago. I keep getting troops. It's like if I'm clicking them frantically in combat. Oh, this is before the attack. Alright, we could just bail on this then. So it's like I was trying to stay alive, and what happened is they ported back, and then the movement orders from earlier kicked in, and then they ran all the way back to the surface and came out here again. Alright, well, we saved those troops from dying. Alright, fight the spiders. I don't know why Talia didn't get moved when I just moved everything. You lost a creature forever. One of the Banshees, I think? No, a Goblin's missing. Crap, I didn't mean to pick them up again. New treasury there. Alright, working on the spider nest. Neoxa, thank you for the prime. Welcome. Appreciate that.
Once again, a thunderous storm hit the mountains.
Alright. What are these other spells? Improve dungeon. Grant a room in the dungeon a temporary efficiency boost for 4 minutes. Earth Eater, when tossed into a free tile in the dungeon, it digs up the ground within 3 meters area of effect, partially mines gold veins. At higher levels, the potion can eat through rock and greystone. Slime Barrier. If thrown on a free tile, it makes a barrier made of slime. The creature works like a locked door, so it can't be entered by creatures in little snots, but will be attacked by heroes. Okay. Am I gonna play Guild Wars 2 since they were dailies? I never played PvP. Do I need to play them to get rewards? You don't have to do PvP, no. There are PvP dailies if you wish to do them, but you do not have to do them. But if you're trying to get into PvP, I do have a video on that, which was just linked in the chat. Let's see, can we get to succubi? Because that would be very helpful. Alright, spiders' nests are clear. Still trying to get to whatever that is. What?
The storm had lost its strength.
That was weird.
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
Alright. Just keeping an eye on them. If the demons or the undead die, I have ways to bring them back. The horde creatures or Talia dying is much more of a pain. Like, just to be clear, Noxxi, like, PvP does have dailies, but you don't have to do them if that's not what you enjoy doing.
Your little snots have dug up a
You can do other things. But, like, most of the general dailies are not related to PvP. I think they've won. Whoa! Holy crap, we just broke into a big area full of nasty things. Make some gazers. Okay, all of that is going okay. I was so focused on guard pistols, I missed this. World v World, update, guild halls, arena, and World v Darker beta. Is that today also? Oh, well thank you. I'm glad you pointed that out to me.
Your little snots have dug into a spider nest.
Another spider nest? Oh my gosh. So many spider nests. Let's do that and fill this in. Basic spells. Arcanum. Why are you playing a game with only 4 dungeons? Can't handle 5. It's too much. Oh boy. Bats. Tentacles.
A gold vein is almost exhausted.
What difficulty is this? The highest one. On that note, I just realized that we have got enemies sneaking past me. Speed potion. And we did do the first couple of missions on normal difficulty till I felt like I had a grasp of the game mechanics, and then I cranked it up to maximum. Storm coming? Oh no! Crap. I'm glad you said that.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Another storm was brewing. It's payday.
Hope that storm messes with that wagon. Rat says, you recovered from the 14-hour stream. Yeah, I took the following morning off, which was yesterday morning. Tried to sleep in a bit, but my family didn't really let me. Whole bunch of oopsie daisies kept waking me up.
The storm cost a hero his life.
Wait, can I throw? Never really tried this. Won't let me cast out there. I wonder if I got it low enough that it'll die to the storm. That would be good for me.
The storm abated and moved on.
Really? Oh no. It's not a bonus. It's a bonus objective. If that thing dies, I get a whole bunch of
evil seem to have already come very close to the dwarven artifact. Very close indeed. The desirous evil's little snots had found an artifact in the underground. Once placed in a vault of evilness, it would unleash its power.
Oh, wonderful. Once again, I did an excellent job. Move it, you lazy creatures. bring the artifact to the Vault of Evilness, so that this freezing storm can no longer harm us.
Artifacts can be found in the dungeon and will give you various benefits when stored in a vault. Pick them up with the Hand of Terror, store them in the vault to profit from their power. The storm artifact protects your creatures from the raging storm. Okay. No. Bummer.
Hey, that's another rock formation I can blast away with dynamite, right?
I used all the I used all the dynamite killing
Something
enemies.
is happening around here.
Has not gone over the new class yet. No. No, I have not. Might take the last like 30 minutes of the morning stream, hop over to the Guild Wars 2 section and look over it. Let's see. Increase range by 2 meters. Faction research too low.
A gold vein has been mined out.
Quick save. My gosh.
One of your creatures has died.
Yeah, I just lost one of the orcs.
Ding dong, it's payday.
Your throne room is under attack.
Oh, Spiders sent a wave of stuff after the dungeon heart. Had to go back. Alright, anything else here I need? There's a little bit of evil over here I missed. They should have that under control. They can take out the spider's nest. Need 450 if I want vampire queens.
Once again, a thunderous storm hit the mountains.
After last night, this game has some nice quality of life all over it. Oh, referring to the frustrations I hit during the Warhammer game. Span that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the story of the Age of Sigmar game, but yeah, definitely hitting some frustrations while playing it. Shoot, no, I meant to make a Banshee, not upgrade the Banshees.
Thanks to the artifact, the broadly grinning evil's creatures were protected from the roaring gusts of wind, giving them an advantage in the fight against the heroes.
Alright, I think we finally cleared out all the spiders' nests. I needed dynamite to get to this creature of good to get evil from killing it. But I used the dynamite I found at the beginning. I used it to just kill enemies because there was an achievement to kill enemies with it. And I didn't even look for rocks to use it on.
The storm had lost its strength.
Speed potion. Let's not fight all of that at once. Let's wait. Let's wait for them to come closer. These imps have some crazy range. Imagine there isn't any more dynamite and you have to restart. Well, it's an optional objective, not a main one, so I wouldn't have to restart anyway.
Payday.
Yeah, I don't know if there's more dynamite or not. The undead are immune to the healing potions. So we might lose the banshees and then they'll respawn in the dungeon if that happens. Let's see, what else can we do? Need 450 evil for that. Any more rooms need doors? Oh, I'm out of gold, like entirely. What? That's not good. Okay, there's some. Alright, there's a lot here. Breaking those hero statues reminds me of, like, two things. One, breaking statues of Handsome Jack. And two, the first level of StarCraft 2 where you break the statues of Arcturus Minsk. Admog, anything releasing this month you're excited to play? I'm thinking about trying the new Grim Dawn update tonight. The biggest audience I had pre-Guild Wars 2 was playing Grim Dawn.
You have lost a creature forever.
You've lost a creature forever. What? Oh, one of the orcs died. Oh, shoot. I just told her to cast a spell and then she died. Do you get, let's see, I want to test something. When you destroy a room, do you get back the money? You do get back some money.
Another storm was brewing.
Okay, we got most of our troops back together now, except Talia. She's still gone. Oh, no, that she's here. She's just being freaking lazy. Typical Talia. Isn't that like PoE? Yeah, it's an ARPG. So it's action RPG, same type of gameplay as like Diablo, Path of Exile, stuff like that. But Grim Dawn, you can make two classes, or you pick two classes, kind of like Guild Wars 1. But you pick two classes and make a hybrid character. Now, you could just ignore one class and just play the other, or you could make a hybrid, stuff like that. But that means that, like, you know, when there was 8 classes, and they added a 9th one, there was 8 new combinations. And then when they added another class, there was 9 new combinations. So it's like a scaling system. Every time they add new content, it's exponentially larger than the previous one. Is Chip nearby? Yes, he's asleep on the lower level of his tower. What did Grim Dawn add recently? That's what I need to find out. I know they said that it was the largest update they've ever done. That's what they said. So, it's supposed to be pretty thick. But I'll be reading on that today and see if it's something I want to dive back into.
The storm abated and moved on.
But I can tell you the game as it was even before that update was something I really loved. Just to show you, 646 hours played. Like, it really was something I liked. Gosh, we're actually getting some gold income again. Happy day.
Talia and the exploratory evil had discovered a new entrance on the overworld. This will give them access to a previously inaccessible area of the underground.
Oh, good. We're finally approaching the top of this damn mountain. Go, creatures! Smoke out the last few dwarves. Flatten them. Steal their wall decorations.
Alright, so we found some, like, dwarven tunnels or something. Where's the hierarchy? Get some vamp queens. Alright, now we have some combat healing for the undead forces.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
At this point, we have got a bunch of troops that come back to life if they're killed, but they still heal pretty quickly in, like, combat and stuff. And we got this seduce, or beguile, whatever it is that the succubi do to make enemies hit each other. So, really good CC in combat too. Is the story in Dungeons 4 a continuation from the previous one? It picks up right after the end of 3.
Even though the dungeon was completely flat, this still led to a much higher position on the face of the mountain. In keeping with this, as if some invisible line set by level designers had been crossed, the storm outside intensified. It seemed like the raging winds...
As if some invisible line set by level designers had been crossed. Where is this?
It's payday.
Boys, guys! Surely you're not going to let those vermin take away our good dynamite now, are ya? Come on, you puppets. Get outside and guard that stuff!
Is there more dynamite here? I don't see any. Wish you could micro combat units underground like you can above ground. It would be nice, yeah, but I've figured out ways to do it. Alright, can this...
Once again, a thunderous storm hit the mountains.
Let them go back for a bit. Alright, the dynamite wagon. I'm gonna try to use the dynamite to access that side objective boss.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
A hero fell victim to the icy storm.
It's still going. little snots can now quarry greystone. I don't know what that is. It's not the black rock. It's not the obsidian looking stuff. Just realized I never made the Chamber of Relaxation in this one. I should do that for the demon units. Let's see. Detonate.
Talia and the demolition-loving evil had used the dynamite they had found to blast a few rocks out of the way. In accordance with good old computer game logic, some treasures tumbled out of the blasted rock.
Great. We really deserve this for all the hard
Treasures
work.
came out of the hard
There should
rock.
be an achievement for this, I think. I said so. I love video games for their important contribution to culture. Come on, let's blow up some more rocks.
Let's increase how much mana we can hold. Arcanite says, what's new on the gameplay 3? What's up, Arcanite? It just came out. I'm 6 levels into it right now. There's a few, I mean, the story continues right after the end of 3. A lot of the gameplay is similar, but there is some stuff that has changed. Like, the undead have a new type of room where they can summon minion undead, so your undeads can summon more undeads. You don't have to deal with the brewery, that's gone. You can upgrade the throne room to increase the defenses there. There's a few units here, I'm not sure when the last one, like, I don't think Gnome, which, the Gnome looks like just a goblin, but he, like, you know, throws dynamites. The potion room is pretty cool. So you got this room that your workers can work in, just making random potions whenever they're bored. And then you got, like, a whole bar for them, and you can, like, use them in a fight anytime you want to. So, like, I can do this here, and it'll make this room way more effective for a time.
Dungeon to massively increase the efficiency of one of its rooms.
You no longer have to have Nagas to mine mana like the previous game. You can do it with workers now. Let's see, door. Wait. What? Oh, there we go.
The storm had lost its strength. Payday!
Speaking of, I should get the temple next so that the undead can make their minions. It's tentacles and do a speed spell on us. Okay, stop the shipments. Is there any more rocks we need to break?
There are enemies in your dungeon.
I want to leave that portal where it is, so I'll use this portal to go back. watching to see if I need to pick anyone up. Talia, move her to the back. A Banshee, that's fine. She'll respawn. Naga. There's like a 1 HP. Healing potion. Did the demons make mana in D3, not the Nagas? Wait, was it? I remember the Nagas would channel on some shrine or something. Maybe I'm thinking of the demons. But in any case, the little snots, the workers, do it in this one. There's one thing that the undead work at, which is the temple, which is how they make the smaller undead that follow them around. There were snake people part of the demons. The Naga in the previous game were the healers for the Horde. That didn't change. There's also like trolls. I've not seen any sign of the trolls in this game yet. Like the brewery for the Horde units, because they always wanted beer. Like there's no sign of that in this one. That is not big enough room for that. Okay.
Manivores have appeared in your dungeon.
Summon tentacles.
Another storm was brewing.
It's payday.
Sorry, this big optional objective creature is taking damage from the storm, just not a lot. Making sure I got all the troops here. Quick save. Alright, what do you do?
The
summons back up.
With immeasurable force, one of the heroes could no longer resist the cold. Enemies are in the dungeon.
Ow. Alright, got the evil. Enemies in the dungeon. Alright. Portal back. It's a mana boar. Mana boar? This thing. Just goes around and eats mana and gets bigger and more dangerous. complex potions.
The complex
that.
evil now had access to complex potions. From now on, little snots could also make these at random in the voodoo brew. The slimy evil had used slime barrier to seal off an area of the dungeon from enemies, as well as its own creatures.
Just letting my troops recover for a minute, since they were just fighting.
A gold vein is almost exhausted.
Using a few spells to damage the area. Let's see, where was that other wagon? There it is. Don't think I need to break these rocks, but there's one more set of rocks I found that I can break, and it said earlier that we would get stuff for that, so...
A gold vein has been mined out. More rock was destroyed by exploding dynamite.
Oh wow, they're still fighting? I think my troops were making the mistake of hitting the tanks. I'm trying to get them to hit this priestess, but they won't. What does this do? Horde strength. Makes all your creatures powerful fighters. Sure, we need that. They're being stupid right now.
The storm abated and moved on.
This is so stupid. Usually when you right-click on something and smack it with the giant hand, that becomes the kill target. I cannot get them to hit this lady. The High Priestess. There! She's dead. Jesus. It's like she was getting pushed into the wall and there was like a clipping issue, I think. I think our units could not realize that they could hit her, in fact. Now they're starting to lose. Yeah, that High Priestess had stupid healing. Okay. Oh, there's a gold vein there. Take that.
Ding dong! It's payday!
Oh boy. We walked right into this. Use some potions and some spells. Lost almost all the undead troops and a few demons. Alright. Well, didn't get a lot done there, but step back into the dungeon. Is there any more upgrades we can do to make these units stronger? Attacks permanently lower the target's armor by 1. Oh wait, no, that's not the next level thing. Increase fire susceptibility of the target. Sure. Imp attacks ignore some of the target's armor. Faction research too low. Increase capacity per tile by 50. Sure. Let's see, so let's take these guys and sacrifice them. Wait, does that not work? All $300 until... Was that just for one mission? There was a mission earlier where I could sacrifice stuff here to get rid of it. Alright, build treasury there. Mark, is it worth doing convergence more than 3 times a week? Only if you find it fun. It gives rift essences, and it does take more time than just doing rifts, but if you find it fun, then it can be worth. Depends if you're interested in that or not. Hi. I'm good right now. I'll just eat later. So that's more income.
Your portal is under attack.
Wait, whoa! Oh no. What is this? Poison
The
potion.
storm took its deadly toll among the heroes as well.
Poison.
The fetid evil had used the poison potion, releasing toxic and highly flammable fog into the dungeon. Doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah, that was not the best pathing, but I guess we can work with that. I told them to go for this group, and they should have come out of this entrance, but they were like, oh, this one's closer. And in terms of distance, yes, but there's a mountain in the way. So that's why I was like, whoa, I was surprised they went through from that direction.
Once again, a thunderous storm hit the mountains.
Baleful Temples, increase the attack and movement speed of all creatures in the overworld by 30%, 50% respectively. All creatures? Or just mine? I'm hoping just mine.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
What enemies? God. Dude, there's so many. It's just like non-stop waves at this point. I suppose I could have just skipped this one, but then I wouldn't have gotten the 600 evil for intercepting the caravan, so I didn't really feel like that was an option. Pour back. No. Tentacles, poison, bats, speed potion. I'm gonna have to rebuild some stuff. There's so many entrances to the dungeon. Usually what I do is I make a bunch of tunnels connecting the entrances so they all come from one path, and then I just trap the heck out of that path. But there's so many of these, like, unbreakable rocks. It's difficult to do that here.
One of your creatures has bit the dust.
Yeah, which one? What did I lose? Oh, I guess Banshee, because its building here was destroyed. Alright, let's try... fill this in. Hold on, test something here. Yeah, see that red? So it's impossible to connect this entrance around to the other side. Yeah. Unfortunate. Can we narrow this a bit to use some traps? Do a little bit there. Let's get another one of those.
The storm had lost its strength.
Oh, Ballista, hello. Walked right into it, didn't see it. I think that just goes to the edge of the map for probably caravans and stuff. All the AoE.
You have lost a creature forever.
Oh my god. This is a lot. Oh, and there's another wave. No! No! Alright, the demons are all coming back. The undead are all coming back, but the horde creatures that died. What did die? A snake, I think?
Their Wind Shark gifted a tier 1 sub to 5 more Minutesmum. They have given 89 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Windshark. Minutes, mom. You already go over the Pistol Guardian post? No, I'm gonna do it in a few minutes. In a couple minutes, we'll swap to the Guild Wars 2 section and I'll check out the new news stuff. 5 more minutes? Yo, this isn't stranded? I'm allowed?
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
You know what? Can I fill that in? Yeah. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff coming. You played till late playing Warhammer? No, I ended at Warhammer like right at midnight. Oh my god. This spell says blood for the blood god, Wog. Which is a combination of multiple Warhammer references. Alright, I'm using every beneficial spell I've got. And casting slows on the enemy as well. Because this is 2 groups of high-level enemies at once, so... we need to not hold back on this one. I think we're okay, though. I cast haste on me, slow on them, bats, tentacles, supercharge buff. I think we got it.
Your army has just decreased in size due to death.
If it's horde creatures, it was the 2 goblins. We lost 2 goblins. Alright. What should we replace them with? A succubi and a vampire queen. More goth chicks. The answer to our problems, more goth chicks. This will be the room where we fight them. Lots of traps. We do not have the money for that, so they will build that slowly. What does the yellow mean? That might mean that we owe them money and they're gonna riot or something.
Another storm was brewing.
You know, let's just carve out a huge section here and make it a treasury. Oh nice, there's another vein there. Do you think this game is a big enough upgrade over D3 it's worth buying if you've never played a game in this series?
A hero fell victim to the icy storm.
So the story of this game picks up right after D3 wears off. But the story honestly is super cheesy and they lean into it. They're like, and suddenly, as if the writer needed a reason for this guy to be here, the hero paladin shows up. You know, they just make fun of the writers constantly. It's cheesy fun. If you like it, then great. If not, then but as far as the gameplay is it's spot on what D2 and D3 were, with a few new elements. For example, in this one, this level I'm on right now just introduced this potion room, and people will cook random potions, and they're actually awesome. So like it's this column right here. You just get, it's kind of like one-charge spells, and then you can throw them at will. It's like this one you throw in here, and whatever room you dump it on, that room goes into like super efficient mode for a few minutes. So there's been some nice additions, but they also took some stuff out from D3. I don't think that's a bad thing, but I noticed there's some rooms that I'm just not seeing that I do remember. Alright, so let's pick up all the combat units. Let's take them out here. And here comes some now. Happy Y2K. What's up, Ron Talk?
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
I mean, they're trying. I don't have any money.
The explosive evils creatures had discovered a weaker rock formation. A little dynamite could probably break it open.
Where was the weaker rock formation? Is that it? Here, that's it. There.
Manivores have appeared in your dungeons.
Manivores, I know. I'm doing 3. I've got a poison AoE, the bat storm AoE, and the tentacle AoE here. Their units are getting real tanky. We're okay though. Where's the Manivore? Here he is. Punk. Just gonna dig haphazardly and then fill it in.
The storm abated and moved on.
We're really only getting income from 1 gold vein at the moment. Let's do a few weird digs to try to find some more veins. Nice, they got that like immediately. Alright, cool. I am going to save it here, chat, and we will pick it up from here next time. Alright. Alright, for just a few minutes, chat, let's check out the new Guild Wars 2 news. Hang on, let me change the view here. You guys can just stare at my... You can stare at my Raid Shadow Legends that's on the other monitor. Is there a video? Yes, there is. Let me open this up. Okay, cool. So we got that open, and let's change to desktop view. And was there anything else? I should change category for this. Boop boop. Guild Wars 2. Happy Friday all to you as well. What's up, buddy? All right. Okay, I'm gonna go into YouTube mode because I'll turn this into a video for people that want today's news. Let's jump into it. Okay, today is Friday, November 17th. We got some new Guild Wars 2 news. Actually got 2 things today. We've got the new Guardian blog post as well as a Guild Hall Arenas and World Restructuring Beta update. So, first off, the one that I think more people will be excited to hear about. Armed with dual pistols, Guardians rain down bullets of justice. I guess that means the Necromancer's sword will have to wait through the weekend. Their update will come on Monday. So rest in peace, our spooky bros. All right. Hello, Tyrians. My name is Chun Hong Fung, and I'm a game designer on the systems team here at ArenaNet. The expanded weapon proficiencies are coming in 2024 during the second major update for Guild Wars 2 Soto. Today, we'll be taking a look at yet another new set of weapons that will be first playable during the expanded weapon proficiency beta event, starting November 28th at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, UTC-8. It's the Guardians' turn to step into the limelight, wielding not 1, but 2 pistols as their new weapons to combat the growing threat of hostile Cryptus. There's a lot of demons. We're going to need 2 guns for this one. The pistols are a pair of ranged weapons. Actually, you know what? If it was a Revenant, we would not be sure. That specialize in dealing condition damage, allowing the Guardian to inflict bleeding and burning on their enemies from a distance with ease. And we've got a YouTube video here. I have not watched it yet. Let's check it out. the shimmering Aurora guns. That's a cool animation, whatever that thing. Dude, they did it like an anime. 3 different camera angles for that. Alright, so hold on. What did we see here? Let's go back through it. Auto, 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 auto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm guessing that's a 5-shot. That is similar to Engineer Pistol 2 and I think Harbinger Pistol 2, where they're just like blah, 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 blah. They do like a whole... basically, they fan the hammer sort of thing. But that seems to be the offhand. I don't know that I've seen a offhand pistol do the fan the hammer type animation before. I'm guessing it's 5 shots. I think they just did a clever camera change. I don't think it's going to be 8 or 9. And then, of course, we've got this big thing, which is offhand, so I'm guessing that's pistol 5. So I think we saw pistol 4 is a fan the hammer. Pistol 5 is big rune bullet thing. And I don't think we saw the 2 or 3. Okay, that's my guesses. Let's read the rest. First, let's look at the cornerstone of any weapon, the auto attack. The pistol's basic attack, through the heart, fires a single fast projectile that damages and inflicts bleeding on those struck. Notably, this projectile pierces through enemies, allowing it to hit up to 5 targets. That's very generous. Many of the other skills on the weapon set act in a similar way, allowing users to attack multiple enemies with the current position. This isn't unheard of. Ranger, shortbow, and longbow have a trait they can take that gives their attacks piercing, but they don't pierce by default. But then the Engineer Pistol 1 will do a small AoE. It's like shrapnel blast or something like that. It'll hit the enemy, but if there's any enemies really close, it'll hit them too. So having piercing on the 1 is not super OP, but it is powerful. And of course it's Guardian, so they're going to get it. Many of the other skills the weapon set act in a similar way, allowing users to attack multiple enemies with the correct positioning. Now let's check out one of the more vital skills on the main hand pistol, Symbol of Ignition. Positioned in the 3rd slot, this skill plants a symbol on the ground below you that damages enemies. Striking an enemy within the symbol or firing a projectile that it causes the symbol causes the symbol to inflict burning when it pulses. Wait, are they motivating you to do melee pistol? You put the symbol on the ground under you, and if you shoot an enemy in that symbol, it causes the symbol to also inflict burning. Okay, so... okay, so bonuses if you're in melee range. Let me see. Striking with a symbol or fire projectile through it. So it depends on the terminology. This is the key part right here. Or firing a projectile through it. I don't know if that means if it is the symbol, like through the symbol to an enemy, or through an enemy that's on the symbol and when you're aiming at another enemy because of piercing. I'm not sure. I hope it's just bullet passes through symbol, it gets buffed. Because if it's like you fire at the ground, make a symbol, and then you fire at the enemy right in front of you who's on the symbol, I think that's a little silly. I would hope it's through the symbol. Okay. So that adds burning to your attacks. As an example of how you might possibly use Symbol of Ignition, let's look at another skill on the offhand pistol, Hail of Justice. As you may have surmised from the name, the skill fires a volley of piercing projectiles at your targeted foe, each one inflicting bleeding and cripple on up to 5 enemies. Combining Hail of Justice and Symbol of Ignition allow you to apply a plethora of damaging conditions to your enemies in a short period of time. So hit 3 and then 4, and you apply bleeding, burning, and cripple 5 times to up to 5 enemies. If my count was right during the video. There are some other surprises in store for you. I'm particularly excited about the 5th and final skill, but you'll have to join us for the expanded weapon preview live stream on November 27th at 12 p.m. Pacific time to find out what it does. Which is... hi. Okay, Chip says hi. So the 5th and final skill is got to be this thing because it's coming from the offhand. Offhand has 2 skills. We saw one of them was the Hail of Bullets, and that's this thing. So whatever this is that they showed us from 3 different anime camera angles, is the thing that they're really excited about. We have no idea what the Pistol 2 does. Hi. We have no idea what the Pistol 2 does. Finally, as mentioned above, you'll be able to try out all the upcoming new weapon and profession combos during the expanded weapon proficiency beta event starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time on November 28th and ending at 10 p.m. Pacific time on December 3rd. Please note that since this is a beta event, there will be placeholder UI art and audio for some of the weapon skills until next time. And as mentioned in the previous videos I've done on these sneak peeks, on November 27th, there is a live stream where they are showing us what is going more about these weapon kits. November 28th is going to be the big balance patch, and at the same time is the start of the 5-day long beta event where we get to try this stuff out. And, oh my god. So yeah, I think that's everything. So Guardians, you're going to get a ranged Condi option. So up until this point, I think they had Axe and Torch for their dedicated Condi weapons. They could do some Condi with other stuff because of the add burning on all your attacks thing that they've got going on. However, now they've got ranged Condi option, like a dedicated ranged Condi option, I believe, for the first time. But yeah, if you noticed anything in the video or the blog post that I missed on this topic, or any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, put it in the comments down below. Tell me if you see anything I missed, if anything's wrong, anything's right, whatever. And yeah, we'll see it there. Okay, and then a new video on this thing. All right. Okay, 2 videos in one day. This one's on a different topic, so I'll put it in a different video because some people will only care about one or the other. Today is Friday, November 17th, and this is the World v World update on the Guildhall Arenas and World Restructuring Beta. So yeah, for anyone who's not caught up on that, World v World Restructuring has been something that's been advertised that they've been working on for years and years and years. They've been having a lot of trouble getting this to work. It's basically the idea of it, for any newbie noobs, is that instead of fighting server versus server, you would fight guilds versus guilds in World versus World. And that way, when you go in there, for example, Maguma is a server that has a reputation for being extremely powerful in World v World. They take it very seriously. They go in there and they just wallop anyone who goes in there casually. So you go in there, if you're facing Maguma, you're honestly just trapped on the spawn for like a week. And so they're trying to make it to where, you know, guilds that are dominating fight other guilds that are dominating, and guilds that are in the middle are fighting other guilds in the middle and stuff like that. And it's not just server versus server. That's what World Restructuring is, but they've been trying to make it work for a long time, and it's been taking a while. The Guildhall Arenas has been a very similar thing. So in a guild hall, there is a big arena, and you might be like, oh, well, if people want to do guild versus guild gameplay, why don't they use that arena? It's because in the guild halls, they use PvE rule sets, which means if you've got a skill that they're like, oh, well, I don't know, Sikkim on Soul Beast was too powerful in PvP, so we nerfed it by 50%, but we'll just leave it the same in PvE because bosses have more health. Well, you go in there and it's PvE rules, so the skill is not nerfed by 50%, and you're just, if you're PvP in there, you're just going to cap people. It's not fair at all because none of the balancing they've ever done in World v World or PvP has been applied to the guild hall. So they have said that they are working on making it more friendly for people who wish to do large-scale PvP in guild halls. Okay, that's the background you would need. Let's see what's new. Greetings, Mist Warriors. We're here to go into a little more detail about some of the upcoming World v World and World v World adjacent changes. These are part of the overall schedule of content coming to the game over the next couple months, which you can learn about in our recent studio update. And there's a link to that. I'll have this whole page linked below. Guildhall Arena update. Guild halls have long been a space where players can gather together to craft their own unique gameplay experience. Roller beetle race courses, jumping puzzles, Asura football, and more. How dare you? Yes, I know about that. We are always thrilled to see the creativity of our community at work, and we want to give creators a few new tools for their toolbox. Currently, guild halls are limited to using PvE game balance rules, creating a very different combat experience than what's found in World v World or PvP. In January, we'll be adding a new option that allows you to choose whether your guild hall arena uses PvE, World v World, or PvP game mode balance for play. which again is huge for anyone who wants to do coordinated stuff. For anyone not familiar with the guild versus guild scene, let's say you've got two big guilds, let's just call them Guild A and Guild B, and they want to fight against one another. There's only, right this second, there's a limited number of options of where they can do that. And if they do it in world versus world, it's actually possible for other people to troll them, and that's been a problem in the past. One issue that I'll say exactly how to do it because it's been nerfed and removed, otherwise I wouldn't advertise this. If you had two guilds fighting together, they almost always start by throwing down a smoke field, and then they both just do a bunch of blast combos, and both huge piles of people go invisible, and then they try to find each other and clash into each other. That's how they almost always begin. Anyway, what would happen sometimes is one guy in World v World that hates one of them would run into their group and throw down, like, a fire field. And it would mess up all their combos, and you've got one group of 50 people that vanishes, and the other group of 50 people can't go invisible, and it becomes very one-sided. So literally one guy could basically make it not fun for 50 to 100 other people because they did not have an environment where they could do this without outside interference. This could potentially solve problems like that. Now, that exact issue was fixed when they changed combo fields to prioritize your own over other people's. So that is less of an issue now, but that's been a problem in the past, so that is just an example off the top of my head. Okay. Additionally, we'll be introducing options to allow you to extend PvP combat outside of the confines of the guild arena, meaning you can battle your friends across the entire guild hall map. Sky-scale aerial duels, anyone? We look forward to seeing what you do with your new battlefields. This feature goes live in January. And honestly, this is something that it doesn't appeal to me personally, but I love the idea of this so much. Some of you have seen the insane racetracks that Roller Beetle racers have made in their guild halls. Imagine people making a dedicated guild hall for, like, massive guild versus guild fighting, like with objectives and walls to line of sight corners and just stuff like that. It could be, dude, they could make freaking dust from Counter-Strike. Like, the sky is the limit. Because Guild Hall has free building. You have building blocks in there like it's a Minecraft. You can build whatever you want. So, very excited to see what people do in there with that. Alright, world restructuring news. As a refresher, we're in the process of making big changes to how teams are structured in the World v World game mode. Currently, players choose a world, such as Blackgate and Desolation, to play on, and each week they are matched up against other worlds based on their performance in the previous match. The system has one critical flaw. Seasoned player population fluctuations and world transfers result in some teams feeling very empty and others being unbearably full. To address this, we sometimes link worlds together as a single team, but the relatively small pool of worlds makes it difficult to create balanced matches from a player population standpoint. World restructuring is a feature that aims to address player pop imbalances and create great matches. It achieves this by depreciating the current concept of shards, aka worlds or servers, and introducing a team building system to the game mode in which players and guilds are programmatically redistributed to new teams, previously known as shards, on a set schedule. This gives us more flexibility and granularity when creating new teams and helps address natural fluctuations in population over time. It also gives players more agency in choosing who they want to play with on an ongoing basis and allows long-standing communities to continue playing together. That is something I forgot when I was doing the recap earlier for Newbie Noobs. This, currently, you can only play with a friend in World v World if you're on the same server most of the time. However, on this new system that they aim to have, you and a friend that are in the same guild but on different servers would be able to play together in World v World. Alright, in a previous studio update, and there's a link to it, we talked about adjusting our priorities to focus on releasing a live, always-on version of World Restructuring as soon as possible, rather than waiting for the complete version of World Restructuring. This moved up our timeline for releasing the first version of the World Restructuring system, and we're now approaching what we hope is the final beta test before we enable the system 24/7. That beta will include bug fixes for World v World guild selection visual issues and several queue failure bugs. Incorrect map names being shown in the contract list in guild panel, players being redirected to the wrong map, and various UI issues at reset. We've also added some new metrics to our team building algorithm to help create more balanced matches, taking into account commanders, time zones, and more. What's been postponed? To achieve our goal of getting World Restructuring into a 24/7 beta state, we are postponing development on the following features for the initial release of World Restructuring, although they're on our list for possible future improvements. Alliances. Alliances refers to an additional group management system on top of World Restructuring that would allow multiple smaller World v World guilds to band together as a single entity for team creation. For example, if you've got a bunch of guilds that have 10 really active people in each one, they could ally together and then and then play together versus another big group that's, allied together, like from Maguma, for example. As a single entity. For now, we're focused on developing the best version of team building algorithm for maximizing the player experience at World v World guild level. It's worth noting that the current planned player count for an alliance is 500, which is identical to the current max roster size for a single guild. In other words, guilds as they currently exist can be used as a proxy for alliances. Team transfers. Once a match has started, there will not be a way for a player to initiate a transfer between teams. Players will need to wait until the next team creation event or season to be placed with a different guild. To help migrate this in the short term, we'll be reducing the duration of a season from 8 weeks to 4 weeks. Where do we go from here? This is just the beginning of the World Restructuring system. We have several features that we are discussing for future implementation, depending on what player feedback looks like after the first version of the system is live. Some examples include additional World v World guild information and management in the guild panel, team building algorithm adjustments and improvements, and scoring adjustments. Until next time, to recap, in Q1 of 2024, we'll be running a World Restructuring beta. This beta helps us approach our goal of releasing a live version of the guild-based World Restructuring system by testing our new team builder, UI updates, and bug fixes. If the beta goes well, we'll be able to move forward with turning the system on full time, which will allow us to get constant live data and community feedback to inform future development. We'll continue to share development information for World vs. World, I can't talk, and other game systems here, although we don't have much in the way of news until after the start of the new year. We'll see you in the game. All right, and then there was a few pictures here of some people in, that's a Guildhall arena, that's a Guildhall arena, it's the Gilded one, and this is just a bunch of people running through World vs. World. So yeah, that's it. That is all the new news they have on that. So if this was a feature that you have been looking forward to, then, Q1 of 2024, which is the first 3 months of 2024, there should be an update. I honestly, as someone who's not, super passionate about the guild versus guild scene, I'm kind of an outsider looking in. I am really looking forward just to seeing what they do with Guildhall. So if you have any ideas for turning your Guildhall into some kind of big fighting arena, you could go ahead and start on that, the construction work, getting that planned out. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what people make. But that's it for now. Any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, corrections, anything I got wrong, put them in the comments down below. Let the community know, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, that is it. That is it. Hey, what were you freaking out about during that whole thing? The way he was moving around, I thought there was like a bug on the chair that he was chasing around, but I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. By the way, when I turned to him and I said, hey, he was like, he did like a silent yell at me. What's Asura football? I know about Quaggan ball. I think Asura ball is different. So basically, you will, imagine you make a goalpost and a goalpost, or, two goalposts and two goalposts, and then there's a red team and a blue team, and one Asura or someone turned into a Quaggan in the middle. And they're all using knockbacks on that guy and trying to knock him into the goal. That's Quaggan ball or Asura ball, if you prefer. It's a guild hall activity that guilds can do. They're just trying to knock the little dude into the goals. That's it. Is this a new post? Yes, it is a new post. I will link this into both chats because it seems like there were some folks that were asking about it. Yeah, I've seen it done around like Halloween and Christmas and stuff like that. Mukbang, yeah. Yep. All right, well, chat, with that, I think it's time for me to get a very late lunch, and then I'll make these videos prepared for YouTube. Hey, thank you guys for a wonderful morning stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm having a lot of fun in Dungeons 4. Looking forward to getting back on that. I'll be back on that on Monday morning, and I'll be back later tonight, starting something new, because we finished the Stranded Alien Dawn Insane Challenge last night. Still got more Warhammer to do, but might be trying out the new Grim Dawn content. Grim Dawn was a big part of my streaming before I ever did Guild Wars 2. Might want to try that out. I'm considering that, but I'll let you guys know by 7 p.m. So yeah, a couple things. If you're new here on Twitch, be sure to hit the follow button. On YouTube, like and subscribe, helps us out with the algorithm. And these are my 2 YouTube channels. If you didn't already know, I've got 2 of those. And special thank you to the patrons. They keep this channel alive, pay the bills, all that good stuff. And with that, chat, I'm going to wrap up the YouTube stream here, and then I'll raid someone on Twitch just to show some support. YouTube, see you next time. I'll be back in about 5 hours.